Hi students, this is your science miss. In this session, we are going to discuss about Unit 18 Organization of Life Part 2 Physiological Processes. The way in which biomolecules, cells, tissue, organs and organ systems work together to accomplish the complex goal of sustaining life are called physiological processes. Homeostasis. Homeostasis is a property of human biological system where the self-regulating processes tends to maintain the balance for the survival. It is also called as a balance in a system to maintain a stable internal environment for the survival of the animal. All the process of integration and coordination of function are mediated by nervous system and hormonal system. Human beings are warm-blooded in nature. That is, they maintain their body temperature as constant. When the body temperature rises, sweat is produced to bring the temperature down. When the body temperature lowers, heat is produced by the muscular work or by shivering. This is an example for homeostasis. Diffusion. Diffusion is the movement of particles from an area of higher concentration to lower concentration. One of the simplest demonstration of diffusion is adding a drop of ink to the water. Here in this diagram, this blue color droplets are water molecules. A drop of red ink is added in a water. Here it is concentrated. This ink molecules moves towards the water and the concentration becomes equilibrium. இங்கே ஒரு கிளாஸ் தண்ணியில் ஒரு ட்ராப் ரெட் இங்க் ஊற்றின உடனே அந்த இடத்துல மட்டும் ரெட் கலர் ட்ராப் தெரியும். கொஞ்ச நேரத்தில் அப்படியே அந்த ரெட் இங்க் வந்து அந்த தண்ணி ஃபுல்லாக ஸ்ப்ரெட் ஆகி அந்த தண்ணியே ரெட் கலராக மாறிடும். இதுதான் டெஃப்யூஷனுக்கு பெஸ்ட் எக்ஸாம்பிள். ஹியர் பிஃபோர் டெஃப்யூஷன், இது ஆஃப்டர் டெஃப்யூஷன். Osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of solvent particles across a semi-permeable membrane from a dilute solution into the concentrated solution. இந்த ஆஸ்மாசிஸ்ங்கிறது அப்படியே இந்த டெஃப்யூஷனுக்கு ஆப்போசிட்டாக நடக்கிறது. டெஃப்யூஷனில் ஹையர் கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன்லேருந்து லோயர் கான்சன்ட்ரேஷனுக்கு நடக்கும். ஆனால் ஆஸ்மாசிஸில் லோயர் கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன்லேருந்து ஹையர் கான்சன்ட்ரேஷனுக்கு நடக்கும். ஆனால் த்ரூ தி செமி பெர்மியபிள் மெம்ப்ரேன். The movement of liquid in and out of the cell is depend on the concentration of the solution surrounding it. There are three types of situations in which the osmosis occurs. They are isotonic, hypotonic and hypertonic. In isotonic, the concentration of external and internal solution of the organism are the same. Here, the external and internal concentration are same. Hypotonic, the external solution concentration is less when compared to the concentration of the inner solution of an organism. That is, here the concentration is high in outside and it moves towards inside the red blood cells, and because of that the blood cells enlarges. Hypertonic, the external solution concentration is greater than the concentration of the inner solution of an organism. In hypertonic, the external concentration is higher than the concentration inside the cell. So the molecules present inside the cell moves out. Because of this, the red blood cells shrinks. Osmoregulation. The term osmoregulation was coined by Haber in 1902. Osmoregulation is the process by which an organism regulates the water balance in its body and maintains the homeostasis of the body. It ensures that the fluid in the body do not get too diluted or concentrated. Organisms are divided into two types based on osmoregulation. They are osmoconformers and osmoregulators. Osmoconformers. These organisms try to maintain the osmobility of their body matching with their surroundings. Most of the invertebrates, marine organisms are osmoconformers. Osmoregulators. These organisms maintain their internal osmobility, which can be extremely different from that of the surrounding environment through physiological process. Cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is the process by which organisms break down glucose into a form that the cell can use as energy. That form is ATP, adenosine triphosphate. The cellular respiration is classified into two types, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. In this aerobic respiration, the food substance are completely oxidized into water and carbon dioxide with the release of energy. This reaction releases a large amount of energy. In aerobic respiration, glucose plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. In anaerobic respiration, partial oxidation of food takes place and the organisms release energy in the absence of oxygen. Ethyl alcohol or lactic acid and carbon dioxide are the byproducts of this process. The difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration is very important. Aerobic respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen, here in the absence of oxygen. The end products of aerobic respiration are carbon dioxide and water. The end products of anaerobic respiration are carbon dioxide and ethanol or lactic acid. Common in all higher plants and animals, common in certain microorganisms and human muscle cells. Metabolism. Metabolism is the sum of chemical reactions by which living organisms sustain their life. Metabolism consists of anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism means a build up substances and catabolism means a breakdown of substances. Anabolism or constructive metabolism is all about building and storing. During anabolism, small molecules are changed into larger, more complex molecules of carbohydrates, protein and fat. For example, glucose are changed into glycogen and other sugars. Amino acids are changed into enzymes, hormones, proteins, etc. Fatty acids are changed into cholesterol and other steroids. In catabolism or destructive metabolism and is the process that produces the energy required for all activities in the cell. As complex chemical units are broken down into more simpler substances, the waste products released in the process of catabolism are removed from the body through the skin, kidney, lungs and intestine. For example, the carbohydrates are broken down into glucose into carbon dioxide, water and heat. Protein are broken down into amino acids. The repeated anabolism and catabolism reactions maintain the homeostatic condition in the organisms. Basal metabolism refers to the minimum energy required to maintain the normal activity of the body during complete rest in a warm atmosphere 12 to 18 hours after the intake of food. This is the diagrammatic representation of catabolism and anabolism. In catabolism, the larger molecules are broken down into smaller molecules. In anabolism, the smaller molecules are built up into larger molecules. Students, please go through the video and find out the answers for the evaluation part. Thank you, students.